Orleans Pelicans. You're now tuned into the Pelican post-game report. Much love to the flock. Appreciate y'all joining us for this episode of the Pelican post-game report, recapping the Pelicans opened up the summer league with a loss to the Timberwolves, 102-88. But we were able to see some very promising stuff by our young guys right away. So shout out to you guys. Please feel free to smash on the like button, hit the subscribe button, and feel free to share Pelican post-game report with the rest of the Pale diehards across the planet, man. We opened it up. I'm Big Q. Got my co-host DC chiming in. DC, sir, how you doing tonight?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good. I'm feeling optimistic, bro.
Good deal, bro. Good to
I
hear.
think I might have did a little opium, Q.
Just a little bit. Just a little
bit. Yeah, man. Watching the summer league game, bro. Just a quick hit. I'm seeing some positive things. A lot of things, ain't nothing to write home about. But from the three guys that I was most, I guess excited or really wanted to see, I feel like I've seen enough to feel good about it. So, Dice, Hawkeye, as you call him, or Hawk as he likes to be called, and EJ, man, all solid contributions, in a whole hum game for as us, getting a W. We kind of got waxed there, but I saw a lot of positive things from those guys, man. And to me, that's all that matters. I'm just looking forward to seeing them get more and more minutes, Q. And that's what a whole kicks in.
Yeah, it was for some of the stuff that we did see tonight from our young summer league squad, bro. Encouraging despite the loss, but in the end, man, you see a lot of really positive things from our young fellas, man. 102-88 Pelicans get blasted by the T-Wolves opening up the summer league in Vegas, man. And of course, let's get ready to hit some of them team statistics. DC starting off, Pelicans from the field, 30 of 65 for 46.2%. T-Wolves 36 of 80 for 45 flat. Pelicans from downtown wasn't good at all. 7 of 28, but the T-Wolves wasn't either. 7 of 28 as well, both 25 flat. Pelicans did get to the foul line 29 times, converted 21 of 29. T-Wolves 23 of 26 for 88.5%. Pelicans on that free throw line percentage 72.4, 37-35 rebound advantage for the Pels. 11 offensive for the T-Wolves versus 6 by the Pelicans. They had 31 defensive rebounds by the Pelicans versus 24 by the T-Wolves. 22-23 advantage T-Wolves. The assists, 11-11 on the steals. Blocks, 5-6 advantage T-Wolves. 31 turnovers, DC. 31 turnovers tonight by the Pels. And that's your Achilles heel. Well,
so you saved the best stat for last, huh?
Oh, dude, it didn't take much to show you what time it was, man. So 31 turnovers.
Wait, hold up. I'll match you. I'll match your fouls. We got 31 fouls too. I'd be damned if I let you have more turnovers than me.
Yeah, that's a weird 31 turnovers versus 31 fouls, huh? That's how
in the G League, man, nobody fouls out. I mean, I think they get like 8 or 9, 10 fouls, something like that, before they foul out. So, you got them there at your disposal. Why not use them?
There you go.
But the turnovers is that's a bit much. Well, I guess we don't have to do the song and dance about what stat sticks out to you, right?
Nah, absolutely not. Kind of got that one off top. So you won't speak on it, we'll do it. If not, we'll just move on to our box stuff.
It's nothing to speak about, man. I mean, as a unit, we looked horrible. You get 31 turnovers, man. You ain't gonna win no games like that. And then you shoot 7 for 28. That ain't nothing great. But Minnesota also didn't shoot well either. Before a nice period of game, our free throws were, I would say pretty good. But you get some misses here, some misses there, drops that number. But it's just the turnovers, man. Sloppy, carelessness. I expect to see a lot more out of Sebron, man. He turned the ball over a lot. And I think this is just, you got to look at it individually and look at the things that you did correct and try to build on something. getting ready for our next game, and they got a day to get ready, then they play on Sunday. We'll be right back here reporting on that. Can't hear you, Big Q. Where you at?
I'm here, brother. Thank you. Let's talk about the individuals for the Pelicans tonight, man, in this matchup. Top scorer for the Pels, 18 points by Dyson Daniels in 31 minutes of action. He had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals. He even threw in a block in there. 5 personal fouls on him tonight. I mean, through his thing, but he was 6 of 14 from the field, 0 for 4 from downtown, 6 of 8 from the charity stripe for Dyson Daniels. 16 for Hawkeye, Hawk as he calls himself, 16 points, 29 minutes, 6 of 15 from the field, 3 of 10 from downtown. He was 1 of 6 from the foul line, 16 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds for Jordan Hawkins. Our third guy actually is a tie between Darion C. Brown, who had 10 points, 8 rebounds in the matchup. He also had 7 turnovers. And Noli, the second off the bench with 19 minutes, he had 10 points and 3 boards in the matchup. And then, of course, you had EJ Liddell, DC. A lot of people wanted to see him. He played 20 minutes. He was 4 of 6 from the field, finished with 9 points, 3 boards, and a block for EJ Liddell. Good to see him out there.
He was solid.
Right. And Metkovic is a lot of guy we talked about last year. Metkovic was a guy a lot of people wanted to see what he can do. DC played 20 minutes for the Pelicans, 2 of 5 from the field, 5.6 rebounds for Metkovic.
I want to see what he can do in the Euro League, because that's where he's going. He going back over there. And they're gonna let him stew a little bit more because
it's just
he's not ready, man. Yeah, it is just one game, but I don't expect to see any huge, big jumps.
In a national season, and that's what you're saying. He ain't ready to take out W yet.
He need a little more seasoning, man. He need a little more cooking.
DC's a tough
he
grader.
He didn't really. I mean, he didn't do anything that stood out to me. Not anything. Usually, well, I mean, I'm not a tough guy to please. Like, I just need to see something. But he didn't really do anything jump out to me. Like, even with Sebron, man, I didn't like how Sebron played. It was horrible. But like, he can kind of blow off the ball and get the way he wants. It's something there, right? I ain't seen nothing with Metkovic, man. Nothing stood out to me. So it's like you need a little more season, maybe get ready for the speed of the game, yada yada yada. He missing something. Well, he missing a few ingredients. So he's probably gonna go back overseas. But EJ plays solid. So I guess I'll talk about what my 3 guys that I brought up. Noli, I'll mention him. Noli actually had some nice moments during the game, man. I mean, he was 4 for 4. Hit couple of 3-pointers. So he played all right off the bench, man. He's probably our best guy off the bench. But Hawk, man, to me, Hawk and Dice were the story. Obviously EJ, getting out there playing. And what is it? Almost, it's been a year. It's been like probably right about exactly a year because he got hurt in the summer league last year.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's refreshing to see him back out there, man, running and jumping. Trying to get his legs back up on them. It looks solid, and I think he'll improve as it goes on, as I said earlier. But Dyson Daniels, to me, man, just a lot more confidence, dude. Every time I looked up, he was attacking the paint, Q. He shot some threes. They wasn't falling, but he was attacking the paint, man, trying to set guys up, doing this thing. And just an animal defensively, as we always know he is. I mean, he had like 4 steals in the block. So he was causing all type of havoc with that. And his offensive game looks like it's improving. Still not where we want it to be, obviously. He's 0 for 4 from 3-point line. We need Dice to hit some of those threes. But just the fact that he got up 14 shots. Do you remember any game in his professional career outside of the G League where Dice put up 14 shots? I think he might have had one during the season, if I'm not mistaken, where he put up at least 10 or 12 shots. That might have been his career high game. I think he had like a 20-point game or something. Um, but prior to night, man, I'm just happy to see him get the shots up because I think the biggest thing with him is his confidence, man. Like last year, I don't know if he was reading, the news clippings, as you say, on Twitter, but it just seemed like when he came back from that injury, man, it was almost like a different player before the injury, and he didn't look like anything was stopping him physically, but I guess it's just mentally, man. Getting back to playing at that level was difficult for him. So to see him kind of come and look like more like that guy we saw in the first half of the season for the Pels that forced Willie Green to give him some minutes, I think that's very encouraging. And the last guy, Hawk had 16 points. You know what I'm saying? He went 6 for 15, 3 for 10 for 3-point line. So it's like, man, Hawk, why are you excited about Hawk, DC? Well, I mean, he had 2 steals. He got some rebounds, led the team in assists. So the brother was telling y'all he do a little more than shooting. And he ain't lying. What about that, kid? man say he do more than shooting threes. You know what I mean? And definitely did that. And the thing to me that stood out and had me like excited about Hawk, man, I didn't see him take not one bad shot. He missed a lot of shots. And for the shooter that we know he is, you would expect those shots to go in. But even his misses look good. Like there's so many of them he missed it. They look like they were going in, and wasn't taking bad shots. He was open or he created enough space, and you're like, well, that might be a bad shot for somebody else, a good shot for him because look at it. The release is perfect. Obviously makes some mistakes on defense, so he's gonna have to work there. But he's hustling, playing pretty good defense. But he had some moments there, and just looking at his mentality, man, I don't think we're ever gonna have like how we had that thing with Trey Murphy, where he had like the little lapse in confidence, and they kind of had to send him to G League to build him up. And I don't know. I just feel like with this kid, man, I think confidence will never be an issue with him. Like he almost looks fearless. Like you leave me open, I'm shooting it. Just that shooter's mentality, man. We kind of had to build that in the Trey a little more, or at least activate it if it was already there. But he looked like he ready. But obviously, some of these things can change when you see playing like the real NBA game. But impressed with his mentality, man, movement off the ball, and just the selection of shots that he decided to take. And I love the fact that when guys are like crowding him at the 3-point line, he ain't even made that many 3-pointers, but it's forcing people to press him at 3-point line. And he has the ability actually to get to the hole, man, and hit some mid-range shots and do some other things when you actually run him off that 3-point line. And that showed as well with him getting those 5 assists.
Yeah, it was he is definitely somebody we keeping our eyes out, but we know about Dyson Daniels and his defense. He was a lot more aggressive in his game. A lot of stuff he can improve upon. But his first G League matchup, we got some really interesting young guys here. You talk about Dyson, EJ Liddell, and Jordan Hawkins is obviously the guy that we're gonna pay attention to, a shooter like him, and ultimately, when we get to the season, it'd be cool DC seeing Trey Murphy and Jordan Hawkins out on the floor. It's just 2 of those guys doing their thing. So really intrigued to see him moving forward. Anybody else that that you've seen today that you already talked about Landers Noley. How about Garrison Brooks, the other big man? I thought he did all right out there as well. What you think about Garrison?
It's like a lot of trash points, and somebody missed, got the rebound. Me personally, it wasn't nothing special, but I can't say like the man.
Is he better? Well, I mean, he showed a little bit better than Mekovic, don't you think?
Well, I mean, that wasn't hard to do. But couldn't really gauge it. It didn't look like nothing special to me.
Okay,
I wasn't impressed, but I wasn't impressed by anybody else other than the people I named.
Okay.
You want to rephrase it? My answer's still not going to change.
Keep it like it is, man. And of course, tonight we didn't see Isaiah Brockington or Kamaka Hepa or even Liam
I would
Roberts.
have liked to see Brockington. I think he would have been perfect for a game like tonight where we could not score.
Yep. Yep. Isaiah Brockington's interesting, man. He was DP'd by Coach Casey. And matter of fact, DC, let's hear a little bit from Coach Casey, man.
Oh, Lord.
Here we go. Let's listen to Jim Carrey, man, as he breaks it down. Here we go.
James, what do you think about your team's performance? Where you guys, handled this first time playing together?
I thought from the way we started the game was good, and I thought our starters kind of set a good tone to start the game. Dyson got the steal in the end one, I thought that was great. And then I thought when our bench came in, we kind of let up. They played a little timid, didn't play quite as fast as we've been playing in New Orleans in our camp. And I made sure that they knew that. Our starters probably played about 10 more minutes, maybe a little less than they should have because of that. But I think when you have 31 turnovers, you're not going to win a game. It's just not. You give a team 15 more shots than you got while you're kind of pacing them from a percentage standpoint, then you miss 9 free throws. So I told them with a minute left in the game, we beat ourselves. We didn't get beat. We beat ourselves tonight, which, you know what? That's great because we can go back, watch the film, get a lot better, come back, compete in the next 4 games, and, hopefully win them.
And you mentioned.
All right, DC, that's Casey, Coach Casey talking.
Thank you, Q. I really appreciate you not forcing us to listen to any more of that, because when he said we beat ourselves, not the fact that he said it, but the way he said it, you know what I kept thinking about? I just had flashbacks to Alvin Gentry, bro. Was Casey here with Alvin Gentry?
I don't want to even think about it, brother.
I'm kind of feeling like he might have been here with Alvin Gentry.
Well, that was a pretty sloppy he right 31 turnovers in his.
He is.
Yeah,
but that was an excellent stoppage that you did, stopping that way.
I didn't want to hear anymore. I didn't.
Right on point, bro. It was just the perfect amount because I don't think I could have took any more.
All right, so let's move on to the next.
I've never heard so much praise in a loss.
Bro, no, yeah. They're gonna spin it the way they spin it. But yeah, they had some positive, a lot of negative, and it was a blowout tonight. So
I guess young kids, I guess you gotta do that. Younger guys.
Right, gotta keep their head up. They still got several games in the summer league. So, and speaking of which, the next matchup is on the 9th, which is Sunday at 9 p.m. Our tip-off time on the Central Time Zone against the Golden State Warriors. Exactly how that looks. Pelicans match up again against Golden State, man, and that in the summer league. Hopefully, you can have a better performance against G State. What you think about that matchup, DC, in this one, man?
Yeah, man. Hopefully, we do, because Golden State is a team that they have a lot of pride. They have an excellent culture, and they have a history, especially their present history of winning. So, that usually is going to bring a certain level of awareness, certain level of accountability, and it's going to rub off on their younger guys, man. They're not going to come out there to play and be having 30 turnovers. Even though it's only the summer league, it's just in their culture. They're not going to do that. So we're going to get pretty much, I guess, the same type of intensity we got from Timberwolves, if not maybe more, because I don't care who the players are. It's just the energy that Golden State carries and the reputation that they have. I think they're gonna have some guys ready to play. I don't even know who's on the roster, but I know we can't come out and do like we did tonight and expect a different outcome. So we definitely would have to elevate our level of awareness. You heard Casey put most of it on the bench, and I guess for the most part, he's absolutely right, because the guys that look the sharpest are the best to me. The 3 I named, they are all in the starting lineup, so everything does kind of go to crap with the bench. So look for them to try to fix that. I don't know if they maybe change the rotation, or maybe guys execute better. Maybe they're still grasping the system or the plays or some of the stuff they're trying to implement. And we're just gonna have to wait and see. We ain't gotta wait long. It'd be right on Sunday. What's the time on that game, Q?
At 9 o'clock.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
almost. Yeah, it's a 9 o'clock game here. So hopefully the Pelicans can have a better performance up against.
They better. They're gonna make me stay up to watch them.
All right, so anyway, that'll do it for this episode of the Pelican Post Game Report. The Pelicans go down in flames 102-88. A lot of positives, a lot of negatives. And we definitely looking forward to Coach Casey bringing it the next time around with the Pelicans, having them ready to go against Golden State Sunday night. So we'll be looking at that as well. So we'll be back Sunday at night and cover the Pelican with the Pelican Post Game Report on the recap for the Pels and Warriors matchup. Hopefully the Pels can get their first win of the Summer League. So with that being said, we're going to get out on that, man. I appreciate y'all timing in here. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and by all means, feel free to share the show's links on your social media feed to help us out. And smash
share freely, family. Sharing is caring now.
That's right. That's exactly right. So with that being said, we're going to get out on that. Much love to the fam. Appreciate all y'all. Go Pels.
Go Pels. Peace.